The practice of self-compassion and compassion is really important for trauma recovery. The vagus nerve has at times been called the compassion nerve. And so it's that nerve of connection. And so these compassion practices can help to really foster that sense of connection and safety and really start to rewire our nervous system and our attachment system. So this is a self-compassion practice. I invite you to practice this with me. You're welcome to stay sitting if that's where you're at. If you'd rather lay back or lean back on something, feel free to do so. So feel free to pause the video, take a moment to get adjusted, make sure you're warm, make sure you're comfortable. Just kind of take a moment to get settled. And then for this practice, we're going to be tuning into ourselves. It might be our present moment self, or it might be our inner child self, it might be our future self. You totally can pick which version. And I'm going to be, as I'm describing it, I'll be talking about present moment self, but choose what works best for you. And as you tune into yourself, I'm going to be saying some self-compassion phrases, and then I'm going to invite you to repeat them either in your mind or out loud after each phrase. We'll go through that round twice. We'll take some deep breaths to begin and to end the practice, and then we'll come back out. So I invite you to practice this with me. Choose where you want your hands to be. You might want your hand over your heart. You might want a hand on the heart, hand on the belly. You might want to gently hold your hands in your lap. So just choose where you want your hands to be. I'm going to be bringing mine to the heart. And that extra hand always just finds a place around the low belly for me, but just find where you want your hands to land. Let your eyes lower or close and just take a couple deeper breaths. Belly towards collarbones as you breathe in. And belly towards the spine as you gently breathe out. Relax the jaw and shoulders as much as you can. And as you take a few more breaths like this, just starting to picture yourself, whichever version that you choose, with as much detail as you can in this moment. As if you're looking into your own eyes, really see yourself with as much detail and presence as possible. Sending these phrases from yourself to yourself. May I be safe. May I be kind to myself. May I accept the circumstances of my life. May I forgive myself. May I be happy and free from suffering. May I be strong. May I find peace in my heart. May I accept the circumstances of my life. May I protect myself. And may I learn to live with ease. Taking another deeper breath, continuing to tune in to yourself. May I be safe. May I be kind to myself. May I accept the circumstances of my life. May I forgive myself. May I be free from suffering. May I be strong. May I find peace in my heart. May I accept myself just as I am. May I protect myself. May I learn to live with ease. Taking a few final deep breaths here, soaking up these wishes and intentions for safety and acceptance, for forgiveness, peace, and protection, for ease, for strength. And imagine that you'll carry these wishes and these qualities with you as you move forward from here. When you're ready, I invite you to take a final deep breath in and a slow breath out to release the practice. And start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You might stretch your arms up overhead, or you might look a little left and a little right. You might yawn, which is always a good signal of the nervous system shifting. And just slowly coming back to the space, knowing this is a practice that you can return to anytime that you want to deepen this connection of self-compassion, which will help to ripple out that sense of compassion and kindness into the world. I hope you find it supportive.